These people who stand on the street corner, a lot of them do it now where they're standing on like the intersections and they're begging for money. Uh, I give them nothing. I don't give these homeless people a single penny. I won't give them nothing. Why? So they could take my money, my hard earned money, and then they can go. I can subsidize their drug addiction or their alcohol addiction or their cigarette addiction. Why? Why is that my responsibility? Why don't they go out there and get jobs like the rest of us? I work hard for my money. I work hard to support my kids. These people have plenty of government programs which they already take my money for anyway. They already tax the hell out of me to support these people who are on welfare. So why should I help these people? Why should I give them money? It's not my responsibility. They're grown adults. If they can't grow the hell up, that's not my issue. That's not my problem. First off, a lot of it is mental illness. These people don't need to be out in public with us. They don't need to be a part of society. I don't know why they got rid of the mental institutions, but they need to bring those back. With all the money they spend on welfare and all that, they could be spending that on the mental institution wards and eliminating welfare altogether. Um, and the other is drugs. People who are addicted to drugs. People who are addicted to drugs, I have zero sympathy for these people. They did it to themselves. Just like I told my kids. If they ended up, I try to be the best example I can be to my kids. I don't drink. I don't bring drink. I don't if I do drink, it's a social thing. It's a pure social thing. Right? Like when I went to a family get together with my brothers and my dad, there was some beers. Well, I had some beers with a couple beers with my brothers, something like that. But I don't drink. I don't bring alcohol into my place. I don't smoke weed. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke cigarettes. Now, if they decide to go ahead and do that when they become adults, if they decide to get on drugs, that is not my responsibility to get them off of drugs. You can call me a piece of junk. Go ahead. I don't care. I don't care. It's called life. You get yourself on drugs, you get yourself off of drugs. In fact, if you get yourself on drugs, how selfish is it? How selfish is it to do that to your family? And then expect them to pay for your drug habit? No, no, that's not how things work. A lot of people live in some kind of fantasy bubble where they think, oh, yeah, oh, poor kid. No. If one of my kids decided they want to start doing drugs, they get addicted to it, they can get themselves off of it. I don't have time for that. I don't have the time or the energy. And like I said, you could think bad about me. I don't care. It's not my responsibility. People need to start taking responsibility for their own actions. Okay? But they don't want to. I have zero sympathy for drug addicts. Zero. They did it to themselves. They chose that life. And they can get themselves off of it. But I don't give money to homeless people. I don't. I would not be against buying them something to eat, something like that. I wouldn't be against that. I wouldn't be doing it too much because I need my money to raise my kids, because every single penny of my paycheck goes to bills. But I wouldn't be opposed to giving, but they don't need it. They don't need it. There's so many places that homeless people could go to get food. It's unbelievable. This is the fattest country in the whole damn world. They can get food. There's soup kitchens. There's what is it? I forgot what it was, but like food pantry places where people donate food. There's places where people can get food. There's homeless shelters. There's all different kinds of shelters for these people. And I'm not and I don't have a business. I can't offer them a job. And a lot of these people don't even want to work to begin with. They just want to be homeless moochers and mooch off society. I've already seen it. I remember when I was living in Washington State and I was going into the store or coming out of the store. Some kid he looked like he was in his early 20s, right? He had a cell phone. He was looking at a cell phone. He turns to me, asks me for money. I tell him no. Are you? And he goes back to looking at his cell phone. Are you kidding me? Really? Why the hell would I give somebody that has a cell phone money? If you're so hard up, why the hell are you got a cell phone? Sell the cell phone. If you're so hard up, why are you smoking cigarettes? Okay, that's the first thing you need to quit. Quit smoking cigarettes. Quit drinking alcohol. Quit doing drugs. It's not my responsibility to take care of these people. It's not. They can figure it out themselves. They're grown adults. If they can't figure it out, it's a great motivator. Starvation. Starvation is a wonderful motivator.